Pride in our record. What we promised, we delivered. Pride in the future and what we promise to do next.
A titan, a colossus and a legend. Just some of the tributes to John Prescott, a politician who pulled no punches. He was the link between Tony Blair's new Labour project and the party's more traditional roots. He saw himself as a man of the people. And yet he was known as Two Jags because he owned one as well as using a ministerial car.
A man who fought for working class ambition because he lived it. As one of the key architects of a Labour government, John achieved that rare thing. He changed people's lives.
King Charles praised Mr Prescott's unique and indomitable character and infectious sense of humour. MP for Hull East for 40 years, Mr Prescott stood for Labour leader in 1994, but after losing to Mr Blair, he became his deputy. And after Labour's 1997 election victory, he became Deputy Prime Minister. But despite his achievements, he was often ridiculed for his unorthodox use of language.
When the Deputy Prime Minister said of local government last week, if you want to have a unitary, then you can have a ballot, discuss it with the people, but if you want it, fine. What exactly did he mean?
I think it's very, very clear, and I'm just surprised the Right Honourable General can't follow it.
People used to make fun of his speeches and his use of the English language, but he was an incredibly direct communicator. And even if the syntax never quite made sense, the sentiment was very powerful and made complete sense.
He was direct with journalists in Downing Street. And he once likened Peter Mandelson to a crab. During the 2001 election campaign, he punched a man who threw an egg at him. Mr Blair reacted by saying simply, "John is John." When Mr Blair left Downing Street in 2007, Mr Prescott quit too.
John Lennon talked about working class heroes, and it's a very difficult term to understand and follow and to be one. But I think John comes nearest to it, and I think he would like that to be his epitaph. He was a titan, he was a colossus, but he was also a working class hero.
He left the Commons in 2010 and became a life peer. His last appearance in the House of Lords was in 2022.
People talk about the Red Wall. John Prescott was the Red Wall. You know, as Tony swept the south, John Prescott held on to the north and gave people confidence.
Married to wife Pauline for more than 60 years, John Prescott was Britain's longest-serving Deputy Prime Minister.
I don't think I could ever fill John's shoes, but I'm hoping that I continue to make him proud, which is what his last words to me were.
He'll be remembered as a firebrand and a political bruiser. He was a one-off. John Craig, Sky News.